Well, I'd like to introduce the viewers to Mr. Desmond St. John Pickles. And now, Mr. Pickles, would you please tell the viewers what it is you're doing here?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, I'm a science student at Cambridge. And for the past 4 years, I've been working on theoretical physics.
Oh, very interesting, Mr.
Very interesting indeed. And recently, quite accidentally, as a result of my geometrical studies, I've invented, quite accidentally, an automatic back scratcher.
Well, that should be very useful.
Very
Mr.
useful
Pickles.
indeed, because it saves all the old hobnobbling, you know, on the old back, the jolly old back, I say, what?
Yeah, I suppose.
And instead of having to do it by hand, as it were, one now does it automatically. You see,
is this the automatic back scratcher that you have with you?
this is it, the same.
It's rather an interesting looking piece of machinery.
Well, it's purely geometrical, purely geometrical.
I see it's based on some fundamental principles of geometry.
Yes, indeed,
Am I to
yes,
understand that?
yes.
Would you explain to the viewers how it works?
Well, you see the angle at the base
Aye.
is a differential angle,
And what's a differential
and
angle?
if they...
There may be one or two viewers who never heard of a differential angle.
Well, the differential angle is the angle that is different from a non-differential angle. In other words,
see.
if you've got
I
three
know you
angles,
explain it like
and
that.
two of them are the same, and the third one is different, then that is a differential angle.
I see, and this third angle, this angle at the base here...
This is the differential angle. Now, the other two angles are the same.
Aye.
Not the same as the differential one, but the
The
same
same
as one
as-
another.
Same as one another.
Yes. And the difference between the three works out according to a geometrical formula, which I'm afraid I can't disclose to you.
No, I understand.
But this epileptic base,
It has an epileptic base.
it has an epileptic base.
I believe that's quite a different principle entirely from the old hand-operated back scratching device.
Oh, quite different. Well, of
Aye,
course,
aye.
the hand-operated back scratching device depended so much upon the human anatomy, eh?
I suppose it must have done.
Oh, yes.
Aye. I've never used a back scratcher myself, I must admit, but I
Well,
can see that this
why
would be
not
very
have a
useful.
try?
If I may.
Certainly,
May I just take off my jacket?
certainly. Right?
Well, I still got my shirt on.
Well, unless you want that tearing to shreds, I would advise you
I'll
to.
just take my shirt off.
That's the idea.
Well, I just hold on.
Now,
Hold on a minute. It's grand, it is.
would you like it faster?
Just a little faster, if you will.
Now, I can control the speed,
Oh,
bring it down to a gentle, soothing scratch.
it's grand, is that.
Now, tell me when you want it to stop.
Now, would you stop it now, then?
Well, it'll stop in 3 seconds from the bell ringing.
Well, I'd like to tell the viewers that was most enjoyable. I've never had my back scratched like that before.
It is invigorating, is it not?
Most invigorating.
Of course, you can also use it for scratching feet, scratching ears, noses, teeth,
It's adjustable, I
eyes,
take it. I take it
hair.
you can... Anything at all. Well, but
well,
it's a very
virtually
very
anything,
useful-
cats, dogs.
I suppose that would be very useful for scratching dogs.
It's
I think there's long been a need for something to scratch dogs with.
well, of course,
I have a little Scotty at home.
our canine friends are remarkably versatile creatures. If you've noticed how they can sit down on their backsides and at the same time scratch it, it is really quite remarkable.
I
That
suppose
again
I
is
can,
due
but-
to the fact that anatomically speaking they have an epileptic angle in the right place.
And the back scratcher has an epileptic base, if I remember.
It has
You said
indeed.
But, of course, the dog cannot scratch its own back. I think it's a
Well-
long-felt need for something to scratch the back of a dog. I can just see my little Scotty. May I take this home with me?
Well, this is
Well,
a
I can take it.
demonstration model, but I could arrange for you to purchase one of these.
I'd like to place an order.
Yes,
For me.
indeed. In fact, I think I could.
Would it have to be a
virtually-
different size for a Scotty?
No,
a very
you
small
see,
dog, you know, very
the
small
whole
dog.
thing is adjustable from this angle here. Here we've got
Aye.
the clip, and by sliding it down, you get
Aye.
lower, or sliding
A canny invention.
sliding it up again, you get it.
Oh, most very
Ah.
interesting.
You see, and also there is on this particular model here, which is the sort of luxury model, there is a dusting device for dusting lampshades and other objects.
It'll come in very handy for dusting
This
the
works
fleas
on-
off with my little
Yes.
Scotty, because we get fleas, you know. Fleas. Why? I suppose you've been inventing things for a long time, Mr. Pickles.
No, this was quite accidental. This was, as I said a few moments ago, this was quite accidentally a result of my geometrical research.
Well, it proves what Robbie Burns said about things ganging agree.
Very likely.
Aye. What was that?
Oh, that's merely part of the.
Is it the vibrating? The vibrating?
No,
system?
it's
I
part
believe
of the
I have a
mechanism which converts this back again to being a back scratcher from its. I just had it as a lampshade duster, you see.
I see. Aye.
And when you convert it back again, then you always get this. Just to
Aye.
let you know.
That's-
Otherwise, you
that's
see,
all I know.
you might be
Like
starting
scratching
to
lampshades, I
polish your
suppose.
back when you really wanted to.
Scratch your lampshade.
Quite.
Aye. Well, I realise that you must have spent a lot of time on this. Have you had a great deal of pleasure from doing the...
Well, yes, I have since actually doing it. Though, of course, as I say, the initial stage was purely an accidental one. But I think I've had more comfort than pleasure, because I am and have been for many years a great back sufferer. I've always had the itch, as
The
it's
itch.
called, and now instead of having to sprain a muscle in my arm to get round to the back,
Yeah.
I just
You
simply
simply-
turn on this scratcher.
They work on from the electric means, of course.
They can work by electricity. We also have one which works by gas, and we have the
You
automatic foot-operated
Have you
back
any,
scratcher.
any of the water-operated ones? would they?
No, I don't think that would be really a very successful commercial proposition.
Wait.
This is, after all, fundamentally a commercial proposition.
Aye, I suppose it will be. I wonder if you'd mind if I tried it again?
Not at all. Fast or slow?
Oh, fast, please.
Right.
Oh, would you stop it, please? That's better. I say, will you stop it? Will you stop it? I say, will you stop it? Scratching a hole in my...